Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. Now, the Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker numbers are in. Um, they peaked at 483K viewers. That's the replay, but the live audience was at 379,000 on an average of 346 that viewed the fight on Saturday, according to the ratings released on Tuesday by the Nielsen Media Research Group. Okay. Nielsen, however, cannot measure how many viewers on the replay, but who also watched the live telecast for Parker versus Joshua. But between the live telecast and the replay, and on Saturday night and the replays for Sunday morning, a total viewership is 846 total viewers watched multiple broadcasts of this particular fight on Showtime. Okay, now I see some, what you call it? You know what? Let me go ahead and read this a little bit further before I get into it. All right, the live broadcasts of Joshua's unanimous decision victory over Parker, which began at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Pacific Time in the United States, drew slightly better ratings than the British superstar's prior fight. Now, the live telecast of that bout, a 10th round stoppage of Cameroon's Carlos Takam on October 28th in Cardiff, averaged only 334,000 viewers on Showtime. Neither of Joshua's past two wins attracted larger viewership on Showtime during his career-defining victory of Vladimir Klitschko's. Showtime's live broadcast of the epic fight, Joshua's epic 11th round stoppage of Klitschko, attracted an average audience of 659,000 on April 29th. The same-day replay of the fight, which aired on HBO, which watched an average of 738,000 viewers. Okay, now I'm going to leave it at there because not a lot of people I've seen some videos on this. Some guys are running around saying this is a flop. You know what, guys? Look, I got nothing respect for some of you, but I got to call it for what it is. This actually is not a flop, and here's why. Okay. Here's why. All right? Now, you have to understand that Anthony Joshua's purses are being paid by Sky Sports, okay? Not Showtime. All right. Showtime is contracted with Anthony Joshua, but however, they don't pay the purses and they're not responsible for the production costs unless the fight is being held in the United States. That's another thing. Okay. So only Showtime are doing is they're paying Joshua a licensing fee, rights broadcasting licensing fee to broadcast his fights in the UK. All right. Now it goes to Parker as well, whose purse was pretty lucrative and expensive. All right. Now, from my understanding, Joshua got 18 million, which is guaranteed purse plus back end of total revenue sales. Parker got about 35% of that purse, which is probably 9 to 10, 12 million dollars, I believe. I think it was around 10, 12 million dollars plus back 23 or 24% of the total revenue shares as well. So again, Showtime has they did not partake in on the purses being paid for this fight. So with that said, 483,000 viewers. And another thing I forgot to mention too. I'm sorry, y'all, my wife is talking to me. Love you, man. Anyways, as I was saying, another thing you have to take into account is that the fight was broadcast not on prime time. It was only broadcast in the afternoon in the United States, which is 2 p.m. Again, 2 p.m. Pacific time in the west coast of the United States at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So you don't have enough people in their households during that time to watch the fight. Many people are working during those time zones. So with that said, 430,000 average viewers is not quite bad, given the fact that they showed the time they showed the fight, and given the fact that Showtime didn't really have to spend so much to as far as production costs is concerned. That was up to Sky Sports because they were the ones who were doing more of the heavy lifting when it comes to the production costs, the marketing costs, et cetera, and the fighter purses that's been paid, and plus they have to split the revenue. So Showtime has no part of that. That's Sky over there in the UK. So Now, if this fight was on prime time and that the fight and it was held in the United States, where Showtime will have to do the heavy lifting when it comes to making sure these fighters get paid proper purse, make sure they get the split of the revenue, and they have to handle the marketing aspects of it, et cetera, and they have to pay out the licensing fees. So yeah, that would be a different story. Now, if this was on prime time, could the numbers have been better for Showtime? Perhaps. Of course, Joshua was very expensive because you couldn't put this on a regular broadcast. You would have to put it on pay-per-view. So hopefully you can get get more of the line share so that way you can pay a purse like Joshua's or Parker's by that matter. So yeah, again, guys, I just don't think this is a flop. I think these are decent numbers. And yes, believe me, I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but I also like Anthony Joshua as well. So I'm gonna call this down the middle. So. These are decent numbers. I hate to repeat myself. Not a flop. Those are my thoughts. If you agree to disagree with me, that's cool. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I am out. Peace.